Y'all know what it is. Raiders, bitch.
Just win, baby. Let's go. What is up, Raider Nation, and welcome back to another episode of the Oos Nation Podcast, episode 20, with your boy Simone Raider and my co-host,
Mr. Fitz. Y'all know what it is. Raiders, bitch.
Man, oh man, it's been a good week so far, man. It's been great.
Sir.
We're coming off of a bye week, a long-needed bye week.
It was perfect timing. Everybody's well rested. Hopefully, Max Crosby's knees doing better. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I'm happy because we didn't have to stress out yesterday.
Yeah.
Or this past
Sunday.
weekend, worrying about anything. It felt good to, we went to church and we we're like, oh, whatever happens today happens. You know. The only thing that was frustrating was my fantasy football team.
You lost?
I lost to Go Power Raider, man.
He got his first win?
No, he's on a 3-game win streak right now.
Well, it's too late. I mean, the season's pretty much over.
Anything can happen, man. But like, man, I've been having bad luck because I think I'm on a 4-game losing streak or something like that. Yeah, after going like 6 in a row, I've been on a losing streak lately, man. And
I lost this weekend too. I lost to fucking Barco Cody. Well, he got lucky on this one because 2 of my players got hurt mid-game.
Bro, mine did too yesterday. Trevor Lawrence got injured.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
And they kept feeding the ball to Evan Ingram, which is his guy. But ETN was keeping me in the game. But then when Lawrence went out, it's like, okay, I can't get no quarterback points anymore. Even the overtime, I would have won if he was still in there. But
what's his name? Stevenson from
Ramondre?
Yeah, from the Patriots got hurt.
I told you that dude
screwed me. But he's been doing good. He's been doing
trash,
good.
Bro.
First couple games of the season, he was struggling, and then he got on the pace when they put Ezekiel on the back seat. Yeah, I mean, so he got hurt, and then the what's his name? One of my other guys got hurt, so it kind of fucked me. I would have won. I only lost by like 6 points.
Me too. I forgot how many points, but it was still close, man. But Evan Ingram, man, out of all weeks, he had his best game, man, because CJ Bethard, whatever his name was just feeding him. Well, he was feeding him and ETN, but he kept, every time I seen him pass it to Evan Ingram, my heart just hurt a little bit more. Every single reception, I was like, come on, man, anybody else but him. But yeah, I took an L, man. I mean, it's okay, man. We still got a chance, man. I'm still in the playoff contention, even with the losing streak.
I think going from 3 this week, I'll be at 4. So I'm still in the playoffs with that league.
Yeah. I was at 4, so maybe I'll still drop down to 6 or whatever.
We still have, 5 games left of the season? You just got to go on.
Well, no, we're not going to have 5 games in fantasy.
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping, bro.
I think we have
2 more weeks, 2 or 3 more weeks.
Yeah, 2 or 1 week. So got to finish off strong, see how it is, and then hopefully come away with the victory. But at least, hey, we didn't have to worry about the Raiders, like I said before.
Yep.
We got to see, some of our AFC West teams go out there and play. And most of them lost except for the sorry-ass Chargers.
Oh, did you see that game?
They won 6-0, man.
6-0, bro. Justin Herbert fucked me, too, in one of my leagues because I have him as my QB.
Why?
He only had 7.98 points as a quarterback in fantasy, bro. Now, that's a bust of the week right there.
Yeah, man. It's been kind of crazy, man. Yeah. I mean, my quarterbacks have been up and down, but they've been doing pretty good lately. It's been everybody else.
Yeah.
Puka Nacua came out this weekend, balled out.
Didn't he fuck up his ribs?
He probably did. I didn't see it. I just looked at the points, and that's all I cared about.
I think he went out in the 4th quarter.
Hey, I pray that he gets better, though, if that's true or not. But, yeah, the Chargers are the only team in the AFC West that won a game this weekend, 6-0 against the sorry-ass Patriots.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping they'd lose, though.
But the Chiefs lost on Sunday Night Football to the Packers, 27-19.
Yep.
Did you see that they tried to give them that game, man? They tried to give Patrick Mahomes every chance at the end to win that game, man.
Shout out to Green Bay for whooping that ass, man.
I was a Cheesehead fan for that night. It was great to see that they were all complaining, especially for that PI.
Saw that one?
It was a PI.
Yeah.
But I was like,
what about the late hit? You see that play?
That was bullshit too.
Yep.
He was still inbounds. And it's kind of tough because, like, for defensive players, like, most of the time you want them to, like, step back when they're about to go out of bounds. But, Patrick Mahomes was still trying to inch for that first down. So I don't blame the defender at all for that. No. You could definitely tell that the referees, I mean, we've seen it a lot of times before, but the referees are always trying to give the Chiefs, they're trying to give them a chance in every game.
Every game, bro.
The calls, I knew it, man.
It's like last year in the Super Bowl. We get, shout out to the Usos Juju, you know what I mean? I'm glad he won a Super Bowl. But that play at the end where
Yeah.
they called the pass interference. Was it pass interference?
Yeah.
Or roughing the pass?
Yeah, no, it was
something
pass
like
interference.
pass interference, and it was before the 5-yard mark.
Yeah.
So it's the refs are paying off somebody, bro.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes over there with his knee pads with Roger Goodell and shit.
That sounds like, hey, Mark, you got a lot of money, man. It don't cost that much to pay the referees, man.
Come on, man, get them in our pockets.
we need to make the playoffs, man, desperately, man.
You know what they say? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Exactly. I'm with it, man. I'm not like you. Where I'm gonna take kneecaps out though, but if we trying to win, man, by any means necessary, man.
Kneecaps and all.
Not kneecaps. He's trying to end careers. I'm just trying to win games.
I'm trying to fucking
deflate the ball, whatever you want to do, spy on teams, man. Let's just win, man. But then another team that lost as well is the Denver Donkeys, man. They lost to the Texans 22-17.
Yep. Last second touchdown. They could have won it.
Yeah.
The Broncos, they could have won it, but Russell Wilson doing Russell Wilson shit. He threw that interception in the end zone.
Yeah.
And he forced that throw, so that's his fault.
I mean, they were on a hot streak. They finally get a loss after going on that hot streak, which is good for us, you know. We're last in the AFC. No, we're not last in the AFC West, are we?
We're last right now.
Even under the Chargers?
Won, yeah, so they bumped up.
What's their record?
Same as us. Exactly.
7-7?
Yep.
Oh, damn. Well,
the good thing is they got a couple hard games coming up, so fuck the Chargers, fuck the Donkeys, and fuck the Chiefs.
And speaking of the game, man, I mean, we do got like we said in the last episode, man, we got 5 more games.
Yeah.
To see where we're gonna be at. I mean, these are gonna be the biggest 5 games.
We still have a shot to make the playoffs.
Oh, we always do. I mean, we always do. We got 5 games. We can still get that 10-win mark, but that means we got to go undefeated.
Yeah.
Which is, it's not impossible, but it's not easy.
We got the Vikings this week.
We got Vikings. We got
Chargers.
Thursday Night Football with the Chargers. We got the Kansas City Chiefs again on Christmas Day.
That's the Christmas present. We're gonna go over there and deliver some of these nuts.
What? Deliver them the nuts?
Here you go. Fucking eat shit, bitch.
I mean, shoot. I just hope that we come away with that one. I mean,
yeah, me too.
It'll make up for this loss that we had, this recent loss that we had, and then we end off the season with the Colts and Broncos. It's not the easiest matchup, but it's not the hardest matchup either. So other than the Chiefs is probably going to be the hardest matchup. Yeah. And then the Broncos team that we were possibly going to be facing in the last week is going to be a much more improved team than we played in the beginning of the season. So there's going to be challenges there, but it all starts this week against the Vikings, man. I want to talk about it a little bit. I'm pretty sure that Aiden O'Connell is going to be going into that game as a starter.
Yep.
AP is going to be going into his 5th game as the head coach, interim head coach. So it's a new week. We got another chance at getting one step closer to the playoffs. It's going to be another challenging one. I look at every game as a challenge.
You think Justin Jefferson's going to be back to play?
There's reports coming out that Justin Jefferson could possibly be playing. And
hopefully they control snaps, worried about their injury. So that way he doesn't play that much.
I know. As long as he come out of the game with at least 2 touchdowns, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Oh, you got man, fuck that. No touchdown.
That was my number 1 overall pick, Goose. Hey, Justin, we need you out there.
Oh, hell no.
Just don't win the. I mean, I want us to win. Maybe a blowout, and then maybe he has 3 touchdowns, like garbage touchdowns. I need to win, man. My Raiders team need to win, and my fantasy team needs to win. But yeah, I mean, they don't have Kirk Cousins, so I give us an edge in this game.
Yeah.
The
running back situation is fucked.
Yeah, I mean, I never want to look at a game and say like, oh, we easily got that team. All season, I never wanted to say that. And this is another team that I feel like maybe we do have a good chance at it, but it's not going to be a walk in the park,
Who knows? Dobbs will come out there and fucking ball out type shit.
Hey, we're the type of team that makes backup quarterbacks look like all-stars.
Fuck.
You look at all the quarterbacks that played us that could possibly be Pro Bowlers in the future, man.
Fucking last year with the Rams, Baker Mayfield.
Oh, man.
Bro.
My freaking Badgett, whatever his name is.
From Chicago?
From Chicago. My boy was balling out against us, too.
It has a shit season so far, and it was the only great game he had.
I remember a couple years ago when, what's his name? Nick Mullins came in. The Niners, and I thought, oh, man, this is easy.
This, and
that's
he
an easy win.
Balled out, bro.
My boy looked like the second coming of Joe Montana.
Yeah, fuck.
And then you had Nick Foles years ago, man, when he had 7 touchdowns on our head, bro. I mean, that's why I said I never want Josh Dobbs coming into this game. and it's not going to be an easy one. But I feel like we got a good chance, man.
Yeah.
I think we got to get our head on. I think the break is definitely what we needed. AP, they got to get everything back together. AP, Bo, AOC, offensive line, defense, everybody. You said earlier, Max Crosby needs to heal up. So hopefully he's healed up for this game. We're definitely going to need him.
Yep.
We don't got no more Marcus Peters out there.
Fuck him.
Which is good. So, I mean.
It's not like he was ever out there, really, besides one game.
Yeah. I mean, Justin Jefferson, like I said, is going to be a big star for them if he does return. So, I mean, we do got Nate Hobbs. We got Mick Robertson. We got all those guys out there. So,
what do you think of Chris Jones?
Chris Jones?
Is it Chris Jones?
Who?
From we brought him over. AP brought him over from the Patriots.
Oh, Jack Jones.
Jack Jones. Chris Jones.
Chris Jones is Chiefs defense tackles.
Yeah, my bad. I meant
Jack Jones.
Jack
Hey,
Jones.
I mean, he got a little bit of playtime in the last game when they benched Marcus Peters. So
I feel like the reason why they cut him is because he's gonna Jack Jones is gonna have more playing time with us.
No, for sure.
I like what I saw though.
I think for the most part, AP was fed up with them, and they did have a bit of back and forth in that last game on the sidelines.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it was inevitable that he was going to be released. I mean, they announced it after the game too. So, and then we brought in, like you said, Jack Jones. So I'm excited to see what he can do. I'm not expecting him to be like the second coming of Charles Woodson out there, but if he could be somewhat of a solid
job.
Do his job. That's all we
down.
need these people to do is do their jobs, man. Don't be trash, bro.
Yeah.
But
don't be Marcus Peters, bro.
Or don't be Aiden O'Connell.
Fuck off.
I'm joking. No, I mean, yeah, we got a good test ahead of us. I think the biggest thing is going to be having to put some pressure on Josh Dobbs. He's a bit of a mobile quarterback, but not that mobile.
Yeah.
Max Crosby, hopefully he could get to him. Tyree Wilson, hopefully we can see a little bit more from him, But for the most part, I think it's a winnable game for us. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I believe it's a winnable game. We have the edge with this. I mean, thank God a lot of their players are injured. You know what I mean? So I feel we can come out with the dub.
What was another team that was injured and we still lost to them?
Chargers.
Yeah.
Chargers, bro.
I was about to bring it up. It was the Chargers we played.
Everybody was hurt. A lot of players were. They had 8 starters that were out for that game, bro.
But the only starter that really mattered played that game, Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
That boy, man. I mean, that guy really. Yeah.
Could you imagine if we got him instead of Chandler Jones? He came back with him and Max Crosby, bro, and this type of year he's having.
It would have been crazy, man. I think that the defense would have been crazy.
Yeah.
I just really wish that we never let him go in the first place.
Right.
But it is what it is. One player that we let go that's been in the media lately, Derek Carr, our old quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
There's been a lot going. Hey, I want to say one thing, man. I told y'all so, man. We told y'all so.
Exactly.
And nobody want to listen to us. So it's like
you got a great defense over there. You got weapons like galore over there. And
all he needs is the defenses.
Yeah, well, all you need is these nuts because y'all was wrong on that one.
Bro, man, let's talk about it. Derek Carr obviously went and signed with the Saints, and everybody was saying, oh, man, watch out for the Saints.
Saints fans are tired of this motherfucker now.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Saints are in an easy division. You got defensive weapons. One of the best defenses that he's ever had in his whole career.
Yep.
Offense, you got weapons on the offense side of the ball. You got Alvin Kamara back there.
You got Michael Thomas.
You got Slant Boy out there.
Chris Olave. You got weapons over there. Like
they brought Foster Moreau over there to play with you. They got weapons, and now the biggest thing is his offensive line.
Stop it.
Yeah,
stop it.
How many different
stop the cap?
How many different excuses do you need for this guy? Yeah. And that's one thing that we've talked about a lot of times. Like, great guy, man. He's done great with the Raiders in the past, other than the last couple of years, but he's had a good career with us, a stand-up dude, a great leader in the locker room. But
he's a good guy off the field, but on the field,
when you finally like open your eyes and you could actually see what's actually happening, like that was me in 2021, and then that's how I felt. I was like, this dude is not it. He's not going to be the same. I think everybody had the notion that he's going to be the same guy he was in 2016, and never was.
Yeah.
He's a different player right now. He can't get the job done. Yes, he could throw the ball deep. He could make some good plays. He could have some solid games here and there.
He was hot or he was not. There was never no in between with Derek Carr.
And not only that, like when we got in the red zone, he still got the same problems over there with the Saints. And like you said, Saints fans are already frustrated with this dude, and they're booing him in the stadium. Yeah. A lot of people booing him in the stadium. Did you see that one clip where Jameis Winston was rapping to him?
Yeah. He patted him on the back too.
Yeah. And Derek Carr was probably like, man, get the fuck out of my face.
He said, I want to go back to Vegas. Fuck this shit.
Bro, this is why I said moving on from Derek Carr was the right decision for us. You know, not because I hated the dude or like I felt like Jimmy G was a better quarterback than him or even AOC, whoever it may be. Just change is always good, whether it's good or not. At the end of the day, it was good for us. We saved a lot of money.
$60 million to be exact.
And you look at him right now on the team that he's at. You can't tell me right now that he'd do any different with the quarterbacks that we have right now. AOC has a higher ceiling than Derek Carr, and he has the same problems as Derek Carr here and there. You know, like he's a statue in the pocket, all this and that. But again,
he's a rookie. You expect that from him.
And he's getting paid way less than these guys. Even Jimmy G, with how good or how bad he's been doing, he's getting paid less than Derek Carr. So at the end of the day, it just sucks because, you know, it would be nice to have a solidified quarterback right now. Yeah. But we got something to look forward to next year, whether, like we said, it's AOC or not. Derek Carr's not here. We don't have to worry about it. And for me, it just feels good because it's like, okay, hop off our ass about Derek Carr, you know. And it just surprises me because these Saints fans, we try to warn them about Derek Carr. Remember the first reel that I made, the podcast that we ever did, was talking about all these Saints fans think that he's going to bring a Super Bowl. No, he's not.
Yeah.
You know, this is the same guy that couldn't even pass the 50-yard line against you guys. you know, and they still thought, hey, let's pay that man. Let's bring him over here.
Good luck with that.
But you know, I thought I'd bring that up because I've seen a lot of clips going around. A lot of people are calling for Jameis Winston to start. A lot of people calling for Taysom Hill to start.
Yeah, if I was a Saints fan, I'd go with Taysom Hill. That's your best bet right there.
Yeah.
James Winston he sucks too.
I'd rather go with Jameis Winston, to be honest.
Seriously?
Taysom's not really a quarterback.
I mean, he could throw it. He can run it.
He's a good guy to put in there for a couple plays here and there, like to change
he'd be killing it on fantasy, bro.
Yeah, but like if I had to start one of their quarterbacks, it'd be Jameis Winston. I'd rather have Jameis Winston right now on our team because he could, better than what we have right now.
For a quarterback?
Quarterback.
No way in hell, bro.
Who you think?
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
On the Raiders.
Over AOC.
Yes.
I'd rather take Justin Fields than James Winston.
Well, anybody would. But Aiden O'Connell or...
No, I'm going with AOC.
Okay, Raider fans, let's put this... let's make a clip right now.
This is a reel to be
We're
fucking
going to make a reel right now. Okay.
James Winston or AOC?
So you wouldn't take Jameis Winston right now on the team?
No.
What?
Over AOC?
I would take Jameis Winston.
No.
I would take Jameis Winston over AOC because the fact that he could move around in the pocket, he could still throw down deep. And with the weapons that we have right now, the offensive line that we have right now, I still feel like we have better chance winning games than with Aiden O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell is still a rookie, yeah, but that ceiling is just like it's not even that high for me.
How many interceptions did he throw when he was starting?
What do you mean?
He had a season where he threw like.
Okay, let's look at Jameis.
How many interceptions did Jameis Winston throw when he was starting for Saints?
Oh, how about this? Let's look at Jameis Winston's record as a rookie compared to Aiden O'Connell.
He turned the ball over 123 times as a starter.
Bro, but because that's
how many years did he start? I think it was 1 or 2.
He's been in the league since 2015.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you could do like who he won the Rookie of the Year. Did he win the Rookie? Let me look at it. Yeah. So Jameis Winston was a Rookie of the Year at least for his rookie season. Aiden O'Connell doesn't look like he's going to be a Rookie of the Year at all.
No, but
I'm saying the team we have right now. Like, I mean, what would you say? Like, at least defending for Aiden O'Connell.
I mean, there's a lot of upside to him. I believe that he's not. Well, I'm non-biased right now, so after these last few games, I mean, he's doing all right, but he needs to step his shit up because he's losing me losing me. I'm about to get off this train type shit. You know what I'm saying? But
This guy, number one super fan, can't even take the losses. He's already gonna hop off right now.
it's not even that. It's just the upside that I saw in the preseason to the glimpses of him being great on this season. We need somebody now with this offense we have. We need somebody now to actually utilize this fucking offense. So, with that being said,
Put
goes
Jimmy
back
G
to the
back
last
in.
episode. You know what I mean? Not Jimmy G. Fuck no. But I'm shooting for like I said on the last episode, like Kyle Murray or Kirk Cousins. We need somebody that can actually go in there right now and make shit happen.
Hey, the last one, you kept saying Kyle Murray. It's Kyler Murray.
It's Kyler, whatever. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm saying. The midget.
I know what it is.
The short motherfucker.
I'm playing devil's advocate over here. I've been telling people, Aiden's not that guy.
He might be. We never know.
I mean, he could. No, like I said,
Next year he could ball out all fucking season.
I hope that I am wrong.
Me too.
Because we'll save a lot of money
no.
and we'll have we could use that money everywhere else.
We've seen the glimpses with AOC, with him throwing down the field, but we need somebody now to take this team. Oh man, I'm getting fucking frustrated with this.
Bro, I'll tell you, I have to tell people I don't think Aiden O'Connell is going to be that guy. He doesn't show it to me. He's got potential. That's one thing I could give him over. And I could give him over Jimmy G. He's got potential. He could throw the ball down deep in the pocket. He's a statue. Reminds me of the last quarterback. I just don't see it. I hope we could get another quarterback. But that's that. So I want to ask you guys, Raider Nation, I guess to end this little clip off. Right now, would you guys have Jameis Winston right now, or would you have Aiden O'Connell right now? I feel like Jameis would do better here than any of the quarterbacks that we have in the building right now.
That's a tough one.
And plus, he'd be comedic too. It'd be fun to watch him and fucking eating those W's or eating those L's. I'll take him right now. Like if I had to choose, he's not gonna be like my guy for the future for sure.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm still standing on business with Jimmy G. Because we still haven't seen him without Josh McDaniels. And you know what?
I don't want to see him without Josh McDaniels either.
Hey, whether or not he's the guy, I'm okay with it. I'm still standing on it. And one thing, shout out to Kukui. I seen this clip from Kukui. A lot of people got you got to respect Jimmy G for
talking about the one where he compared him and Jimmy G.
No, the one where he talked about Jimmy G got benched. He didn't pack up his stuff. He did not want to show up. For any of the things.
Yeah, he's still showing up.
He's still there. He's still being a leader. He's still being a vet for Aiden O'Connell.
Shout out to him for being that.
He's still supporting the team. He's still here on the sideline, whether he's getting paid money or not. Like, he's still there. He hasn't been out there vocally. Because, there's quarterbacks out there that could talk and say, yo, this team, I can't believe they're going with the rookie over me, blah, blah, stuff like that. But he's been silent. He hasn't talked too much about it. And he's been supporting the team as much as he could on the sideline. I'm still standing on, Jimmy G. I want to see him without.
It might be worse.
Good. Hey, he could be worse. He could be worse, or he could be good. I mean, he did win us 3 games. That's still one more than Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden's about to tie it this week.
I hope so. I hope so. But speaking of quarterbacks, we kind of alluded to this last week, and I want to bring it up today because there was a mock draft that came out a couple of days ago of the Raiders potentially trading for a young and upcoming quarterback, and that quarterback being Justin Fields. CBS had the Raiders trading for Justin Fields in their latest mock draft. The Raiders would get in that trade package would be Justin Fields and a future 5th-round pick, and we would give up a 2nd-round pick this year and a conditional 3rd-round pick. That could be a 2nd-round pick if Justin Fields plays 75% of the 2024
season.
So I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on, instead of going into the draft or instead of getting AOC or rolling with AOC, possibly trading for a quarterback like Justin Fields?
I actually had this.
Oh, my bad. For like a 2nd-round and 3rd-round pick.
Yeah, I would. The upside's there with Justin Fields. I actually had this conversation with Uso Noah last night. Like, Justin Fields, thinking about his situation over there at the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Who does he have as a wide receiver, honestly? He's got DJ Mooney. Mooney or Moon?
No, DJ Moore.
Moore, yeah.
And then he got Daryl Mooney.
Yeah, I mean, those guys suck
Mooney.
ass. Darnell Mooney, whatever. Suck ass. You know what I mean? So we haven't seen him with a solid wide receiver yet. So I'd take a chance with that. A second round pick and a third round pick.
I mean, they had Chase Claypool. They had DJ Moore.
Claypool's he's a wide receiver 3, bro.
Yeah,
He's not no 1 or 2. You know what I mean? We haven't seen him with somebody that's solidified.
Yeah.
Somebody like Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? Renfro. I would do that just because the upside's there, and we all know he can run.
Yeah.
We all know he can move around and make shit happen. He just hasn't had no solid wide receivers, so.
Yeah, and the offensive line is not really good over there in Chicago. My thoughts on this is, like, if I had to go with a quarterback and not draft, if we had to trade for one, I think Justin Fields would be at the top of my list. I know I talked about Kyler Murray. He'd probably be second on my list. But there's not really a lot out there that I'm really like, hey, let's go get that guy instead. But if we're not going to go with a rookie next year, I'm down to trade for Justin Fields. Like you said, the upside is there. He's a mobile quarterback. A bit too mobile, because he runs more than he throws. But maybe that could be in due part because the offensive line. I mean, our offensive line isn't that great either.
Yeah.
But I'd rather spend that money. Like I said, let's go and solidify the offensive line. Let's be the highest paid offensive line because I'm down with it.
Mart, please.
I hope that we could go out there and solidify that offensive line. We got weapons here. Devontae Adams will still be here.
Yep.
Jacoby Myers will still be here. Hunter Renfro, I'm not sure.
I think
we'll see. Whether or not he's going to be here, I hope that we would bring back Josh Jacobs because that's only going to help him out. If AP is going to be the head coach next year, I think we look into that. We look into a quarterback like that. ALC, keep him to be a backup. He's a solid backup. But Justin Fields, as far as the future, as far as having that swag as a quarterback, I think he would be perfect here. Whether he flourishes or whether he is trash, I would take that chance on him possibly.
I would too. The upside's there.
Because then we could look into the draft and drafting something else, like defense or going offense, like whether we get weapons or our
offense is good enough. That's my opinion. Maybe get a running back in the middle rounds, late rounds. This defense, this offseason in the draft, when we draft, I want fucking defensive players, linebackers, safety. I'll fucking take them all.
Well, they did last year, and they haven't really. They did, bro.
I mean, first round.
Yeah. They went Tyree Wilson.
Yeah.
They did go Michael Mayer. Then in the third round,
Trey Tucker.
They went Trey Tucker. They went Jacorian Bennett.
Yeah.
And then they went Aiden. So it was a good mix. I'm
hoping Bennett has had a slow start this year, but that motherfucker's all over the field. I'm banking on him. Watch him next year break out.
So yeah, I mean, moving on from that, I know I asked Brad this last time. I wanted to ask you. I wanted to put together our Raiders dream team, all-time dream team. So what we're gonna do is go our quarterback, our running back, 3 wide receivers, meaning wide receiver 1, 2, 3. And slot. And then we got tight end and a defense. So, yeah, I mean, let's go off. I guess I'll ask you for your list.
I'm going to go Rich Gannon at quarterback.
Rich Gannon, okay.
Wide receiver 1, 2, and 3, slot, whatever you want to say. I'm going to go with Jerry Rice, Tim Brown, and Devontae Adams. Running back, Bo Jackson. Got to go Bo.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Bo and...
Tight end,
I'll go Casper.
Ooh, over Darren Waller.
Yeah, I mean, Darren Waller.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go old school with that one. And then...
Your defense.
I'm going to go with the 76 Raiders.
Damn.
I think that season we went 13-1.
Who's your favorite defensive player on their team?
Cut that shit out.
Khalil Mack. Yeah, 76, bro.
You better get that shit out. You know damn well I Googled that shit.
As I said, your dream team was not the...
Like players I know, but like I had to look at that 76. Bro.
I wasn't even born that time, bro.
Oh, fuck you. You better delete that shit.
I was just joking. I'll delete it for sure.
I'm going to have people on my head for that one. Oh, you hurt my stomach.
That's gonna be a good reel, bro. That's
fuck you. You gotta delete it.
Okay. I mean, that's a solid team. I think for the most part, we almost got about the same. I try to go with players that I kind of knew and like play like things that I've seen. So quarterback, a lot. Derek Carr.
What the fuck?
These are all in their prime, bro. In their primes, dream team. I'm not going Derek Carr right now. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
okay.
But if we're talking about prime Derek Carr,
2016 Derek Carr.
if we're talking about prime Derek Carr, he was our best. I think for me, he's the best quarterback I have ever witnessed in the Raiders jersey.
You didn't get to watch Rich Gannon growing up?
Not that much. I mean, Rich is great. I think he was solid too. But Derek Carr, all the way up into 2016, I think was one of the best quarterbacks I've seen coming in. I talk a lot of shit about him these past couple of years because he's never been that guy again. He obviously wasn't the solution for us, and I was okay moving on from him. But Derek Carr would be my quarterback. Prime Derek Carr. Like I said, everybody's prime. Not Saints Derek Carr's. But running back, Bo Jackson. I got to go Bo Jackson.
Yeah,
that's my favorite Raider of all time. Biggest what if in the NFL. Because what if he was never injured? I think he would have been the best running back of all time.
Yeah.
Not just Raiders history, but you put him together with Derek Carr. My wide receivers. My wide receiver 1 would be Tim Brown. Obviously, Mr. Raider. Wide receiver 2, Devontae Adams. And then when I was thinking about a slot receiver or wide receiver 3, I was trying to think speed. Not Henry Ruggs. I was thinking Cliff Branch.
Oh, that's
that
a good
dude
one.
And then you got a guy like Derek Carr that could launch that ball too. So you got somebody that could take the top off the defense, and then you got 2 solid wide receivers that could catch the ball wherever you throw it. And then tight end, I went Zach Miller because that's one of the most solid tight ends I've seen, other than Darren Waller.
Yeah,
was Zach Miller. And people forget, man. You look back, Zach Miller was one of those tight ends, man. Solid tight end. And then
the only reason why I brought up Casper is because on that last video we did when we were talking about the New England Patriots, everybody kept talking about Casper. I went and looked that motherfucker up on YouTube. He was badass.
He was. There's a lot of great tight ends that we had back in the days. Obviously, before our time, Casper is definitely up there.
Yeah,
you know. And then there's other guys there that name was slipping my mind. But as far it was for me, it was between Darren Waller and Zach Miller. But off of nostalgic reasons and me growing up watching the Raiders through the worst days, Zach Miller was one of the best guys that we had for a while. And then the defense, I said, fuck it. I put this year's defense. Like, you put this year's defense right now, I think they're solid. They're not great. They're not bad. But they've been one of the best defenses we had in the past couple of years, you know?
I say 2000,
21 was pretty good, too.
Well, even in 2003, I got to watch that Super Bowl.
Well, yeah.
That defense was good, too.
That was before my time. So, like I said, I didn't want to go too many old, like, for me, that's just me. Like, I think this year, with that offense that I put together, it don't matter. If that defense can do what they've been doing all season, which is give the Raiders a chance and make those turnovers, I think we'd be a Super Bowl team easily right now. Or we could win a lot of games right now with that team. Obviously, both our teams would be solid, though. But yeah, that's our Raiders dream team. Let us know. I want to ask you guys, whoever's watching this.
What's your Raiders dream team?
Who's your Raiders dream team? Drop it down in the comments below. Okay, so moving on from that, I want to get into one of my favorite segments that we started a couple of weeks ago, which is the Nation Take, which we take some of the nation's hottest takes or questions, and we talk about it in the podcast, which should be interesting, man. The first one I do want to bring up, though, shout out to my guy, Kukui. My boy Kukui online. Shout out to Kukui. Shout out to the GOAT, 209, and Baker Raiderette.
Raider Jesse, all the guys. No, but
those, every shout out to everybody. Obviously, my host Raider Jesse, but those three, because they have their own podcast, their own show as well.
They're doing their own show.
Raider. Now. If you're not subscribed to them, go and subscribe to them. Love listening to those guys. But Kukui, he says his hot take is the starting quarterback for the Raiders in 2024 is not on the roster right now.
Yeah, I concur for now, unless we see something change with AOC.
Damn, that's crazy that LC is starting to lose you, man.
Well, it's not losing. I want to win now, and we have a young defense, a great defense that I feel with next year, a couple picks, maybe a couple draft picks, offseason polls, we could have a great defense. Great, I'm talking about like top of the line defense, and with a quarterback, we need a quarterback now. We need one now to make this shit happen.
I agree. I agree with you, and I agree with Kukui. I don't think we have the future quarterback for the Raiders right now. Whether it's AP moving forward or we go get another head coach, I think it's either we're going to be looking at a draft or we're going to bring somebody on to this team. I don't know if Jimmy G is going to be here. I think AOC is going to be here, but I don't think he's going to be the starter next year. Brian Hoyer, I hope his ass is gone.
Yeah, get that motherfucker the fuck out.
I agree. I agree with that 100%, man. But moving on from that, at least Steven Quavito. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but he says that we need to use both quarterbacks during the game.
What?
Like, we use both of them. Like, switch them. Like, this drive use AOC, this drive use Jimmy G. For me, I say no. I don't think there's no reason to do that at all. You're only gonna like ruin any kind of like momentum that you have, or ruin because quarterbacks need to get their they need to get their snaps in,
get their shit in.
Get the rhythm in. There's no reason unless one of them is doing bad. If AOC goes out there and stinks up the joint, maybe you switch quarterbacks. But I don't think you switch them unless you had a quarterback that is different, like what we did with Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
Marcus was obviously our runner, and then Derek Carr was obviously our pocket quarterback, our quarterback that could throw the ball. So I understand if it was something like that, but we got two quarterbacks that sit in the pocket, so it doesn't really make sense for me.
Yeah.
What do you think? You agree?
Yeah, that threw me off, so no.
Okay.
Shout out for the question, though. Appreciate you.
The big Robleski.
The Robleski, ski, motherfucker.
He says we go winless the rest of the season. Ooh.
Winless the rest of the
We
season?
don't win not one game for the rest of the season.
My friend, are you smoking crack? We're going to win one at least.
And if you are, give it right back.
That's a tough one to say because we got the Vikings this week. I mean, that should be a win. Chiefs, I can understand losing to them. Then you got the Colts, right? Colts, I mean, Jonathan Taylor should be out that game because I think he broke his thumb, right? Or something with his hand.
Oh, yeah.
The Colts, I mean, Minshew looks good over there. He's been hitting Pittman a lot. I mean, I still feel we could beat the Colts. And then we got I forgot about the Chargers. Chargers, we always go 1-1 with them for a minute now. So I feel we could beat the Chargers. I don't see us going winless the rest of the season. I'm sorry.
Not me neither.
Yeah.
We win at least 2 games at worst. At worst. We win 2 games. I don't
win 2 games at worst. My prediction was right.
Look, that's why I say yours is more realistic than mine's right now, especially. So, I mean, if we go 8-9, do you keep AP?
8-9, you keep AP? I don't know, man.
I don't think so.
I think we would have went winless if Josh McDipshit was still the coach.
Nah. Even with Josh McDaniels, how bad we were, I still think we would win 2 more games, and that's it. At least. I think we still would have won 2 games at least to finish the season off. The next take that I do have comes from 182 David NYC. He says, people will never admit they were wrong about Derek Carr.
What were we wrong about?
I don't know if he means the people like the Kardashians or the Kardashians. I don't know which side. See, that's why I don't know if he means like we were wrong about him or the other people were wrong about him.
Yeah, that's a buy type question. It goes both ways.
Okay, so okay for the people, I think this goes in the way of us. I think the Kardashians will never admit that they were wrong about Derek Carr. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, what?
And in that aspect, I feel like, I feel like there's a lot of people too invested with Derek Carr. Like we talked about it earlier in the show. There's a lot of people invested in him. That's why I feel like Saints fans, they don't give a shit about Derek Carr. They could boo him. They don't care. They would move on from him. Us, we had him since we drafted him.
We were invested.
We seen the highs and we seen the lows with Derek Carr. And there's been a lot of people that grown to love him and just stuck with him. He's got his blind followers that'll follow him to the end of the world and think he would do anything wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like for us, I feel like for those people, they'll never admit it because there's always going to be something wrong. And you've seen it for the past couple of years. They're always going to blame one group. He doesn't have a defense. He doesn't have an offensive line. He doesn't have weapons to throw to. It's always going to be one of those 3. Or the head coach was not good enough.
Yeah.
There's always going to be and that's why I say I kind of see that right now with Aiden O'Connell because there's always something, but he's still rookie, so I'm not going to put too much on him. So I guess for that aspect, I don't think, as far as the Kardashians, I don't think they'll ever admit that they were wrong.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of them would think that he probably could take us to the Super Bowl this year with this team that we have this year.
They're smoking crack.
Okay, moving on. Telvin Kapapa has a hot take right here. He said he thinks that it's time to move on from Josh Jacobs next season and start Zamir White.
Oh, my God. What is up with these takes today?
They're hot.
Zamir White sucks ass.
How do we know that?
We saw a lot of him in the preseason. I mean, the times he's been gone. Didn't he fumble this season a couple times? Been given the ball.
Yeah.
I just don't see that, bro. Zamir White is not it. If we're gonna move on from Josh Jacobs, I'd say pick up a running back in the draft. But as far as Josh Jacobs, he is still that guy, bro. We've seen it. The more we're utilizing him now versus when Josh McDaniels was coaching, we see him back to his ways of last year. You know what I mean? I think out of the 4, how many games has AP coached? 4
games.
Out of the 4, we've seen 3 games of him do great. You know what I mean? So, come on, man. Josh Jacobs, all the way.
I'm with you on that. You know, I know we agreed to a lot of things outside of just the quarterbacks, but I don't think it's time to move on from Josh Jacobs. I don't mind. Like, for me, I don't mind if they do move on from Josh Jacobs. It depends. It all comes down to who the head coach is going to be. If AP is going to be the coach next year, we're going to keep him. Yeah. And I'm fine with that because he's one of our identities on the offensive side of the ball. If we move on from him, it's going to be like the quarterback situation. Okay, who's going to be that guy? And for me, if we're moving on from Josh Jacobs, I'm not banking on Zamir White.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, Zamir could still be on the team and be like a running back 3, running back 2, whatever it could be. But I'd rather go into the draft or go into free agency, go get a running back. Obviously, running back, you can always change it. You can always change it to players and get the same amount of production. But if I had to choose, I don't think it's time to move on from Josh Jacobs.
Facts.
Salty Soy Sauce 123 says, if for some reason Kirk Cousins is available by next season, sign Kirk and have AOC learn from him. Also, release Jimmy G.
I concur.
Honestly, I don't want Kirk Cousins.
He's we cannot deny though he's better than fucking Derek Carr or
he's a better option. He's a better option than what we've had.
Look what he's doing with Justin Jefferson on the Vikings.
They have great weapons over there. No.
Yeah.
Even with the weapons, Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I think that he's a good quarterback, underrated quarterback. He's not an elite quarterback. He's not a horrible.
But he is definitely like tier 2.
He's better than what we got with Jimmy G, AOC, or even Derek Carr. But for me, I would have wanted him if we were getting him after DC.
Yeah.
But we already got Jimmy G, who I feel like, okay,
Jimmy G is like tier 5.
He's like, if you're putting, he's like right under Kirk Cousins. I would say.
Hell no.
Yeah, him and Derek Carr is like right under Kirk Cousins.
Him and Derek Carr are in like the bottom tier.
Okay, yeah, but Kirk Cousins is not greater than them. Like he's better. He's a bit better, but he's not like super. Like
I say, like Kirk Cousins is like right here, right, and then Jimmy G is like right here,
and then LC is like down there. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to move on to another pocket passer that hasn't really proved anything.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather get somebody with a high upside. You know, we need a mobile quarterback.
Fields,
that's why I said Kyler Murray. Kylie Jenner? No. That's why I said, like, that's why I brought it up. Kyler Murray, as much as anybody wants to hate that, I'm okay with getting him. I'm okay with trading for Justin Fields or going in and getting one of these quarterbacks in the draft. Whether you go get a Jaden Daniels or, Penix, Bo Nix, any of these mobile quarterbacks that we could get that's up and coming, I'd rather get them instead of Kirk Cousins. Because we've already seen that ceiling with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
He has one of the best receivers in the NFL today in Justin Jefferson. And we haven't seen him go that far. They've been playoff teams, but not that crazy. So I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm good on Kirk Cousins. I don't want him. If we release Jimmy G, okay, it is what it is. I wouldn't want to, but it is what it is. SF Navito says Jimmy sucks and Carr shouldn't have been traded.
They both suck and they both should be traded.
Derek Carr sucks. Jimmy G doesn't suck.
He just sucks. Hey, and to the players, if the players do watch, to see these clips and all that shit, I'm just talking my shit as a fan. Nothing personal, nothing to you know what I mean? Jimmy G's probably a good guy on and off the field, but I'm just talking my shit because I want to fucking win. If you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, I mean, they both ain't that great, I'm okay. I've said this many times before. I think it was the right decision to move on from Derek Carr.
Yeah.
I think that was the second best thing that Josh McDaniels has done since he's been a coach was first get Devontae Adams and second let go of Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. Michael Dewitt, 15, says, let Jimmy start one game so we can see what he can do without McDaniels and have Aiden on the bench just in case. I'll take this one. I love it, Michael. I think we should do that. I've been saying that. Let's see what we can. Well, let's see what we have in Jimmy G. If we move on from him, will we cut him? Whether we cut him, I don't know how much dead cap that would be. But before we move on from him, let's see what we could do without Josh McDaniels. We seen what AOC could do, and he looked better.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how much better, but he looked better, and he's been a solid quarterback for the most part. Not a great quarterback, not a bad quarterback.
I feel like Josh McDaniels is holding everybody back, so I'd let Jimmy G start one more game. Let's see what he can do without that dipshit McDaniels.
Yeah, imagine 300 yards, 3 touchdowns.
I don't know, that's overdoing it there, bud.
That's a hot take.
Yeah,
that's a hot add-on, you know. No, but I've been wanting to see Jimmy G without him.
Yeah,
because if he goes out there and he still looks trash, okay, he's just it is what it is. I'm still hanging on to that train. It was
choo choo.
This was a good one. Mr. Udavi 24. He says Justin Fields would do amazing under Antonio Pierce next year. The confidence and accountability he'd get from Pierce would make him great.
There's upside, definitely upside to Justin Fields. Like I said earlier to your question about the second and third round pick, yeah, I would take Justin Fields. The upside's there. We haven't seen what he could do with a solid wide receiver, so yeah, I'm for it.
I'm with it. Like I said before, I talked about it. I would want Justin Fields here if we went in that route. If AP is still here, I think it would be a perfect match. That's all we're missing is a mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
And to just build up the offensive line. So for the most part, I agree with you, and I feel like he would do amazing here. Amazing things here.
Facts.
Camp 760 says, hot take, bring back Jon Gruden, fix up our offense, keep Pat Graham, and maybe AP as a linebacker coach. Sky's the limit. I've talked about this. I made a reel on this. I don't want Jon Gruden back. I know we didn't really talk about it today. There's been talks that Jon Gruden could possibly come back if he drops
For what?
If he drops the case against the NFL. I'm one guy that would not want Jon Gruden back.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I think we're past that. I know we've had some memories with him. He was getting better. The team was getting better with him. And like I said before, it does suck the way that he got ran out of the league.
Yeah.
I mean, the emails, they were bad. You know, it is what it is. They were bad emails, but that was the past, and the way that they brought it up and had him, force him to leave the league was fucked up. But I think we're past that chapter. I'd rather go see who we could get, whether it's a Jim Harbaugh, keep AP, the Gruden train, I'm off of that already. Fix our offense, of course, that's still something that we have to do. I don't think that AP would come back as a linebacker coach. There is no reason to, because I think he wants to get that head coaching position. Oh, shout out to Mr. Raider Kid, 21. This is crazy because this is what we've said before, but this is what he said. He says, I got one. Aiden goes down and Jimmy comes in and leads us to the playoffs with help from teams losing, of course.
I mean, that goes back to our conspiracy theory.
We wrote our script. That was our script.
Yeah, we wrote the script.
A perfect
conspiracy theory being the whole NFL kickoff the season video they did, where they're writing the script, sitting at the table. Kelsey's mom comes on there, I like that Jimmy guy, it's a possibility. It would go with our conspiracy theory. Jimmy comes in, takes over, leads us to the Super Bowl, and Raiders and Niners go to the Super Bowl. Raiders fucking win it all. Let's go.
I like it. I love it. Yeah. Yo, Raider. I know he used to be a YouTuber as well, man. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Raider Kid. But yeah, I would love to see that happen, man. Not to see Aiden get injured, of course.
No.
You don't want to.
I would love to see our conspiracy theory come to life.
Yeah. But he has them going down before the playoffs, and Jimmy leads us to the playoffs.
No, I can
not
see it
the
happen.
Super Bowl, but we went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But it goes back to that, and it would be crazy if that ever happened, man.
Right.
You got to go put a fucking wager on there or something.
I got to go check the numbers for numerology, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. Speaking of numerology, man, LT Saucy, whatever you say, 28 says extend Jimmy G 78.
28. Numerology number right there.
So
that's the money number.
Oh, speaking of money.
Money question. Let's see what it is.
Extend Jimmy G for 7 years, $666 million guaranteed.
Get the fuck out of here.
Those numbers, you put the numerology together.
Man, you was fucking on one, bro.
Jimmy G, 7 years, $666 million guaranteed. You're the number guy, and he has 28 in there, so
he must have put that in there on accident, not knowing what he was doing. But no, I'm not going with fucking. So bro, what the fuck are you smoking?
Hey, that good. I'm telling you, he's probably like Google. He was listening.
Messing around,
he was
bro.
listening. He's listening to us, and then freaking put it in there. Oh man, let me put these numbers together.
Yeah, no.
What's the numerology on 7 years and $666 million?
No, it's complicated, but the number 28 is a money number. So, I mean, he must have fucking typoed something because he's fucking smoking crack.
If you guys don't know, man, my guy Mr. Fitz is a numbers guy now, like Mr. Count from Sesame Street.
Nah. I'm dabbling in numerology and astrology, and I'm really into numbers right now. Life is mathematics, and I'm gonna start living my life accordingly to numerology and shit. So
we got a new segment, man. What's the number of the week? Hey, Josh Jacobs gonna go off this week.
Bro, that's a money number, so he should be getting money. You know what I'm saying?
Put some money on the loose.
Number 8, man. 8 is a money number, so
yeah.
Who knows? He might get a big deal next year, 3 years, something like that.
Or 7 years, 666 million.
What the fuck are you on, bro?
As far as that, let's do it, man. Give Jimmy G the 7 years, 666.
That's more than Patrick Mahomes. Fuck that,
bruh. Because Jimmy G is just that good of a quarterback.
Just that good at fucking up.
Matches Malone. He says AOC is 1 year away from his playoff game. His first playoff game. He's 1 year away.
AOC 1 year away from his playoff game. Who knows? We don't have time to wait and see. We got to get a quarterback right now. I want to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. There ain't no way. Unless he's gonna be on another team or he's playing Madden. He's not gonna be playing no. He's not that guy. I don't stand 10 toes on that. I'm still supporting him. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm not supporting him. You know, I hope he loses. I'm not like these other fans that want to root against Jimmy G and his downfall. But LC, you know, if he goes out there and balls out, I'm all for it. I'm a root for him. You know who the Raiders do need though?
Who?
Gail Lewis. You know Gail Lewis?
The fucking lady?
The Walmart employee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That lady, man.
You see the memes?
She retired, right?
Yeah, but she's like a legend now, bro.
Yeah,
we need her at the right side of the offensive line. Oh, you know what? I got one more. This is a good one for you.
All right.
Or for us. This is KT1459. He says this team will suck ass for the next 20 years.
Well, in response to that, my friend, you will suck for the next 22 years.
What if he's a Raider fan?
Hey, watch your mouth if you're a Raider fan.
I don't think we'll suck for 20 years. I think I know we've been sucking the last 20 years, but the next 20 years,
yeah, tables got to turn. It's that time.
Yeah. But you know, with that said, man, it's been a long season, but man, this has actually been our 20th episode of the
Big
Nation
2-0
of the Oos Nation podcast, man. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to the nation, to the people that's been subscribed. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, man, subscribe. We got a lot of things coming up.
Spotify, all that.
We're on Spotify now. Gonna be on Apple Music or whatever else that there is out there.
Yeah.
Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Sub City Studios, the home of the Youth Nation, man. We got a lot of big episodes coming up, a lot of big guests coming up that we will be having for the next couple of weeks. So I'm excited for that. Other than that, is there anything else that you want
to? Man, big shout out to everybody that's been fucking with us tough. I know we keep saying we're gonna do the free raffle for all the subscribers for the Darren Waller jersey. Yeah. We will get around to it this week. I've been working a lot with security lately. And they got me doing these crazy hours, you know, at nighttime, so I'll be sleeping all day. But we are going to get around to that this week. I'm off this week, so yeah. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, maybe by the time we give it away, Darren Waller will be back on the team. but yeah, with that being said, that is it for episode 20, man. You guys can find us on Instagram, Oos Nation Podcast, on TikTok at
Oos Nation Podcast.
We on YouTube, Oos Nation, man. You can find me, Simone Raider, on all platforms.
Mr. Fit 714 on all platforms. Y'all know what it is. Raiders, bitch.
Yes, sir, man. Until the next one, man, because the next one's going to be a big one. This your boy, Simone Raider, and Mr. Fitz, and we are
Deuces.